Functional training? Really, bro? Functional training, huh? That's a term that makes me laugh because every time I think about it, I imagine some guy on a Bosu ball, some skinny guy on a Bosu ball doing these weird ass exercises, and he claims that's functional. Or you'll have guys saying, curls are very functional because in the real world, when you grab a box, you're gonna curl it. I hear this shit all the fucking time, and it's gotta stop. Let me ask you guys something. What the fuck? What does it mean, the real world? What is that? The real world. Are you guys doing manual labor full time? If you're deadlifting 600 pounds off the fucking floor, what is gonna be harder than that in the real world? Explain that to me. Is a bag that weighs 50 to 100 pounds gonna destroy you? No. So what is this? Why do people want to squat off fucking Bosu balls and do all this weird shit and preach like all these weird exercises? Like what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Do you realize that once you get past the novice phase, you are going to be stronger than the average laborer? So you could have a guy who's in construction for 10, 20 years. He does manual labor every day. Chances are you're going to be stronger than him at the squat, bench, deadlift. And that'll carry over in manual labor strength. Because if you could ATG squat 3 plates per reps, obviously if you quarter rep it's going to be easy, right? And let's be honest here. In the real world, you don't fucking shove your ass to the ground in a squat. You know what I mean? It's like, if anything, real world strength should be partial strength. Because that's what it really is. If your car runs out of gas, are you going to do a full range of motion bench press like this? Real world strength? Or are you going to put your arms against the fucking car and do like a parallel push? Isn't that real world? Or what about an object off the floor? Number one, if you don't have a fucking machine, which mostly that's what you do when you're lifting these heavy objects, you're going to use a forklift or something like that. You're not going to pick it up off the floor like a deadlift. You're going to widen your stance. It's going to look like a sumo almost. And you're going to do like an Atlas stone type of movement. It's different. Or you're going to place it on a fucking chair and you're going to rack pull it in a sense. So I don't get this obsession with functional training. What does it mean, functional? Because last I checked, guys, functional is relative to your sport. That's what it entails. So what's functional for an MMA fighter is not going to be functional for a volleyball player. This is called specificity of training. So I want to know, are you training so that you can get better at picking up bags off the fucking floor, getting better at doing groceries? Or are you training because you have strength goals in mind? Me, I have strength goals. I want to rack pull 1,200 pounds. And that's what I want to do. And to me, the only time I'm going to lift anything heavy is in the fucking gym. I don't plan on lifting 1,000 pounds off the floor or lifting a fucking bag that weighs 1,000 pounds when I could use a goddamn forklift to do it. You understand? I don't plan on doing manual labor 8 hours a day every single day. I don't plan on doing a lot of these weird movements that people claim is functional. I don't plan on doing that shit. To me, I go in the gym to lift some heavy ass weights and exercises that I like doing. So rack pulls, rows, fucking shrugs, overhead press, all that stuff. And that's about it. And here's another thing. The overhead press, in the real world, you know what you're going to do? You're going to jerk or push press it. If you're holding a heavy object here, you're not going to strict press that shit. So don't try to tell me that strict pressing is functional because, let's be honest, push press is more functional sense. But at any rate, guys, all I'm trying to say is that the real world strength can suck my balls because it's fucking stupid and it means absolutely nothing. The real world. Someone explain to me what the real world is. You mean to tell me you're going to get attacked by a fucking bear and you're going to have to do 1,000 pull-ups to escape him? You mean to tell me that you're going to get assaulted by a bunch of people and you got to use like your epic fighting abilities to fight? Like, what are you going to do? Well, explain to me what is real world strength. If you are doing barbell curls, 135 for reps, what is a sandbag going to feel like in your hand if you got to pick it up? Use your common sense. If you're doing rack pulls with 1,000 pounds, like you honestly think your lower back and abs are not going to be strong enough to pick up a bag off the floor? For real. For real. And then you got these guys with their Bosu balls and their fucking... It's so stupid, guys. It's so stupid. Listen, you want to be functional? You want to be functional. I'm going to tell you what you got to do. Lift heavy. Lift heavy weights. Do the heavy compounds. Do the relevant accessory work. Eat a lot of food. Do some GPP for conditioning. That's about it. That's the secret right there. Are you happy? I'm so fucking happy to have told you this. You know what? Maybe I should have charged you $97 for a special ebook. Or you know what? Maybe I should bring you through special functional exercise tutorials, you know? Squatting on a Bosu ball. Because we all know that that works, right? Yeah, squatting on a Bosu ball is definitely superior to doing a barbell back squat with 500 pounds in your back, right? Yeah, so functional, guys, so functional. So that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Hope you enjoyed this comedic video, because every time I hear this functional bullshit or real world, real fucking world, I gotta laugh because it's so stupid. Real world, my ass. Real world. You know what my real world is? Going in the gym and lifting heavy ass weights. Not picking up a fucking bag that weighs 600 pounds off the floor. Alright? That's my reality. And I think it's a reality for most people on the internet. So that's it for today's video. Talk to you guys next time.